The Galactic Council chamber fell into absolute silence as Ambassador Chen finished uploading the data package. 300 species representing civilizations spanning millions of years stared at their holographic displays with expressions ranging from disbelief to outright terror. "This must be a fabrication," High Chancellor Vexthor of the Krillian Empire finally managed, his 6 eyes blinking in rapid succession. "No species maintains such a fleet. The resource expenditure alone would bankrupt a dozen star systems." Ambassador Chen, a small human woman with silver-streaked hair, smiled politely. "I assure you, Chancellor, every word in that report is verified. Perhaps a demonstration would be more convincing." She tapped her communication device. Within moments, the chamber's main viewport shifted to show the void of space near the Terran system's Oort cloud. At first, nothing seemed unusual, just the typical darkness punctuated by distant stars. Then they appeared. One by one, massive vessels began decloaking. Each dreadnought stretched nearly 3 kilometers in length, their hulls bearing the scars and patina of centuries. They were brutal in their simplicity. No elegant curves or artistic flourishes like the ships of the younger races. These were weapons, pure and simple, designed when humanity's only concern was survival. 800,000, Chen said quietly as the count on the display continued to climb. Give or take a few thousand currently in maintenance cycles. The Zafrani observer, whose species prided itself on being the galaxy's premier shipbuilders, made a choking sound. Impossible. Our intelligence indicated humanity possessed perhaps 12,000 capital ships. "How did you hide—" "We didn't hide them," Chen interrupted. "We mothballed them. When we joined the Galactic Council 70 years ago, we were advised that maintaining such a large military fleet would be seen as aggressive, uncivilized. So we listened. We reduced our active fleet to what you considered appropriate for a species of our size and age." She gestured to the viewport, where more dreadnoughts continued to materialize. "But we're pack animals, Chancellor. We learned a long time ago that hope for the best means nothing without preparing for the worst. These ships were built during our Sol War, when we nearly destroyed ourselves. Every nation, every faction, every desperate government built as many ships as they could, planning to escape into the stars if our homeworld became uninhabitable." The Thexelar ambassador, whose crystalline form pulsed with agitation, spoke up. "But maintaining such a fleet, even in stasis, the logistics, the spare parts, the personnel training, is why we have a population of 42 billion spread across 73 colonies and habitats," Chen replied. "Every human child learns basic ship operation in school. It's tradition, a remnant from when we thought we might need to evacuate Earth at a moment's notice. We never stopped preparing. We just stopped advertising it." High Chancellor Vexthor's expression had shifted from skepticism to calculation. The timing of this revelation was no coincidence. 3 months ago, the Krillian Empire had issued an ultimatum to humanity: cede control of the resource-rich Kepler sector or face economic sanctions. With humanity's apparent military weakness, it had seemed like an easy victory. "You're bluffing," Vexthor said, though his voice lacked conviction. "Those ships are centuries old. Ancient technology. Our modern vessels would tear through them like paper." Chen's smile never wavered. "You're absolutely right, Chancellor. They are ancient, built with human stubbornness and paranoia, rather than elegant Galactic Council technology. But let me ask you something. Do you know why we called them Dreadnoughts?" She didn't wait for an answer. "Because when they fire, nothing, not shields, not armor, not prayers to whatever gods you worship, will save you. We built them during a time when we expected to fight ourselves, and humans know exactly how to kill humans. These ships were designed to crack planets open if necessary." The viewport zoomed in on one of the massive vessels. Its hull plating began to retract, revealing weapon batteries that made the sophisticated energy weapons of modern warships look like toys. Massive railgun arrays, each capable of accelerating tungsten rods to a fraction of light speed. Missile tubes housing warheads that could sterilize continents. And in the center, the distinctive glow of fusion torch drives that could push these monsters to speeds no ship their size should achieve. "The Galactic Council taught us about energy shields and laser weapons," Chen continued. "Very elegant. Very efficient. But you know what defeats energy shields? Kinetic energy. Simple, stupid, unstoppable kinetic energy traveling at velocities that make avoidance impossible and absorption futile. A Mytharian diplomat raised one of its tentacles. Surely the cost of reactivating is already complete, Chen said. We began the reactivation process 2 years ago when your intelligence agencies started probing our defenses. It takes time to wake up 800,000 sleeping giants, but we're patient. As of 3 days ago, every single dreadnought is fully operational and crewed. The silence in the chamber was deafening. Ambassador Chen let it stretch, watching as the implications sank in. The Galactic Council had maintained peace for millennia through a delicate balance of power. No single species had the military might to threaten the others. But humanity had just revealed that they possessed more firepower than the next 10 species combined. We didn't join the Galactic Council to conquer anyone, Chen said finally, her voice softer now. We joined because we were tired of fighting, tired of preparing for the worst. We wanted to believe in your vision of a peaceful galaxy. And we do. We really do. She looked directly at High Chancellor Vexthor. But we also learned our lesson about assuming everyone shares our values. We prepared for peace while maintaining the capacity for war. That's not aggression, Chancellor. That's wisdom bought with the blood of billions during our darker days. The High Chancellor seemed to age before their eyes, his posture slumping. The Kepler sector is human territory recognized by the Council Charter, Chen finished. We have no desire for conflict, but we won't be bullied, not now, not ever. As the council chamber erupted into frantic discussion, Ambassador Chen gazed at the viewport, watching her species' ancient dreadnoughts hold their formation in the void. They were relics of a more brutal age, monuments to humanity's capacity for both self-destruction and survival. She hoped they would never need to fire their weapons in anger. But if they did, the galaxy would learn what humans had known for centuries. The most dangerous opponent is the one who has already survived their own apocalypse. The sleeping giants were awake and they were waiting.